Everyone, greetings everyone. Welcome to another episode of Brown Girls Are Beautiful. I am your hostess and your melanated queen, y'all. Today we're going to get into comparisons. When you start comparing your life to other people, they say that is the biggest thief of happiness. Comparison is the biggest thief of happiness, and I do feel that there's some credence to that. And the reason for that is because so many people out here are comparing themselves to other people, especially these made up fictitious facades on social media. Don't even get me started on Instagram. Everybody is trying to live the perfect lifestyle on the internet, especially on like YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. People are faking it and lying. So try not to compare yourself to these people, y'all, because really you don't know what they have going on. And if they're showing you something, you don't know what they had to go through to get what they have. There could be somebody that is blessed when it comes to finances, when it comes to having every type of physical material item that you could ever want, all the best clothes, driving the most expensive luxurious cars, live in the best neighborhoods, but they could actually be suffering with a health condition, or maybe they no longer have their parents here, or maybe someone in their family has passed away that was very near and dear to them, very close to them. So you never know what a person is going through. So try not to compare yourself, because I know how it is out here, especially in American society. Everything is based off of materialism. And so that's something that we really need to touch bases on. I know they say live within your means, but a lot of people always want more. And that's just human nature, to want more, for yourself, to live the best life that you can live while you're here physically in this earthly realm. Nothing is wrong with that. But you all just go at your own pace. Do things according to how you're able to do it. Don't worry about everybody else and what they have to say. I'm going to say, don't listen to the naysayers. You all are aware of Fantasia Barrino. And she has spoken out about living in her house and having no furniture. Like, they'll live in these big, nice mansions and they don't have furniture. She is probably one of the few celebrities, that keeps it real, that's in the industry. A lot of these people are faking it to make it. If you remember MTV Cribs, a lot of those houses were rented. A lot of those cars are rented. A lot of the jewelry is rented. Those people are not living the lifestyle that you see, especially in the music industry. Now, even in like acting, a lot of those people, we don't know what psychological issues they have, what mental health issues they have, because a lot of them have all of these luxurious things. They're, considered A-list celebrities. And guess what? The next thing you know, you hear about them somehow passing away. Somehow they overdosed. Excuse me. So what was really going on that they had to commit the S word, right? What was going on that they had to get on drugs? What was going on that they couldn't live with themselves and they took themselves out of here? So a lot of strange things takes place, in Hollywood and the industry. So I want you all to stay focused on yourselves, especially because we're in some very trying times right now. This economy is very shaky. And this is all orchestrated by the government. They do this every so often. Excuse me. If you remember back in 2008, there was a housing crash. So here we are nearly 16, 17 years later, and they're having another economy mishap going on. But this is all predicted. It's all orchestrated, and there's nothing we can individually do about it. My apologies, y'all. I was working with those kindergartners, so I will be taking some medicine after I eat. But that's why I really haven't been coming on camera and I haven't been posting, is because I've been resting and I've been trying to get over whatever this is that's trying to take over my body. So like I said, we don't know what people are really battling with. You see the best sides of their lives. You see their reality all fixed up and put in a perfectly packaged presentable gift, wrapped in a bow. But inside that gift, who's to say if it's not filled with trash, just leaky, stinky trash. Y'all, we never know. So stop comparing yourself. Compare yourself to yourself and get the things that you want out of life. Like, you don't have to strive to be the top person in your office, like the number one this and the number one that, because with that, comes a lot of responsibility. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. I'm going to say that again. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. So whenever you're looked upon as being top notch, top tier, people are going to basically expect more of you, and that could potentially put more pressure on you. But if you're living life according to your own rules, what makes you happy, you are the true orchestrator, and you define what your life looks like, what you want for yourself. You don't have to worry about competing with other people. And to be honest, there are some people secretly competing with you. You don't even know it. Secretly competing with you, you have no idea that that's going on. So just pay attention, because sometimes you can be an influencer without being an influencer. So in my example of that, I've done this many times in my life. I've done things without thinking about it, because it's something that I wanted to do for myself, without knowing that the people around me would also follow suit. I remember way back in the day, I got personalized tags on my license plate. My roommate went and got personalized tags on her license plate. I decided, a certain career or profession that I wanted to go into. And then you'll hear other people say, well, I want to do that too. And there's nothing wrong with that. But the people that are out here saying, oh, I'm a public figure, I'm an influencer, they're influencing people to do what? People that really influence people make a difference in this world. And working with children, we are shaping the future when we do things that really count in society, not just coming on trying to have a perfect picture life and pretending and faking it in the camera, y'all. I have to say it, because really that's what's going on out here. There are so many different examples that I could tell you of things that I've done and other people have actually copied off of me, but I didn't really see it as competition. I saw it more as, maybe I, influenced them to do this. And if that's what they want to do, I'll even help them to do it, right? When I started my clothing brand, a lot of people, other people that I know of, they also too said they wanted to start a clothing brand. And never did I say, oh yeah, you can't do that because I'm doing it. No, I try to help people that's around me. So your biggest competition is yourself, and just try not to compare your life to other people, because what works for one person might not work for you. What works for you might not work for that person. It's just you have to finesse your own way into success, y'all. Your personality might be different. Like, I don't have one of those big, bubbly, bodacious personalities. I am an introvert by nature. I am shy by nature. So it is kind of ironic that I have a YouTube channel. And I've heard other people say this that have YouTube channels. I never like to speak in public. I never like to talk in front of people. Now I'm talking in front of a whole class full of students. I command their attention, and I speak with respect, and I also command respect. So if you had said that this would have been me, I would have said no, absolutely not. I don't want to talk in front of people. I don't want to be put in the forefront at all. But sometimes your strengths will become your weaknesses, will become your strengths. So that's why I say you just never know the trajectory or the path that you will find yourself going down one day. So someone else's path is not the same as yours. And just follow your heart, follow your passion, and go in and tap into you. Tune into yourself, and you will find what's meant for you. You don't have to follow someone else's path. Stop looking at these fake influencers telling you they have life all figured out and buying their courses, and they're scamming people, because nobody has a course to life. Nobody has a course to your life. It's not possible, y'all. I can tell you that even in real estate, there's this guy, I'm not going to say his name, but I'll give you his initials, CL. He came to our office, to our firm, and he pitched a sales pitch, and he was featured to host a seminar. A whole bunch of I mean, even top tier agents showed up for this seminar because he was telling them that he could guarantee that they would have a closing in 30 days. Oh, he is the number one person at sales and marketing and clients. And he killed it in the real estate industry. But guess what? He was charging $1,000 to come to this course. And these realtors that didn't even have closings, weren't making any money, paid $1,000 for this course. So I asked them, I said, did you get a closing yet? They were like 2 weeks into the, course, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 30 days had passed, no closings in sight. So my thing is, well, if you didn't get any closings and you've been going to these seminars, do you get your money back? So the point of that story is just to tell you, it does not matter what people promise you they can do for you. You have to do it for yourself and believe in you. And so that guy basically was pitching a seminar, an idea, and making $1,000 per agent. And I know he made thousands, tens of thousands of dollars off of these agents. Some of them didn't even need to be there, and some of them thought they needed to be there, and they were out of $1,000. So that is just like an example of what I'm saying. So if you see somebody on YouTube saying that they have this formula to help boost your YouTube channel, to help your career, to help you do this, to help your life, I would say just focus on you, meditate, and work on your manifestation right here, right now, every single day. That's what you do. And strategically take action for your goals. Every single day, work on something for yourself, and you're going to see results. You don't need somebody else trying to finagle you out of your money, y'all. So that's why I said stop comparing yourself to these people. Walk in your divinity, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. You all stay blessed. And I want to give a special acknowledgement to my ultimate beauties and my ultimate warriors. You all stay blessed until next time. Signing out, Auf Wiedersehen, and I'll see you later.